Because what we have right now is a joke, and it's a laughing stock.
How did the president call the U.S. justice system a joke and a laughing stock during his comments in the Congress?
That's not what he said.
Is a joke.
That's not what he said.
And it's a laughing stock.
That's not what he said.
I would build a great wall.
Grab him by the pussy. Grab him by the pussy.
I'm Kevin Spacey! Nah, I'm just fooling ya. It's me, Patrick Weir. And this is Weird News.
The Spooky Edition!
Don't worry about this, it's for a bit in a minute, it'll totally play out. The conservative equivalent of Regina George, Tomi Lahren, posted a photo of herself online sporting a Make America Great Again costume, which may as well be a shirt that reads, "Hi, nice to meet you." I'm not sure if you knew this about me, but I'm an insane person. The costume also includes these like weird American flag wings. I thought witches flew with broomsticks, but... The caption of the photo reads, "What am I? Well, if you're conservative, I'm American AF. If you're a lib, I'm offensive. Let's go!" Well, Tommy, there's actually a third option, and it's the correct one. You're annoying. Now, Tommy's of course only doing this to garner some attention and stir up some controversy, because she, much like her show, lacks any actual substance. She said herself, "Controversy sells. I want to be everywhere. I want to be like whack-a-mole. You try to knock me on this platform, I pop up here." Well, Tommy, I would love to knock you like a whack-a-mole, to get you to shut your incredibly fucking obnoxious mouth. However, I was raised not to hit women. Although I'm pretty sure in this case it'd be okay, since I'm about 90% positive you're actually demons sent to corrupt those with misplaced anger from years of suppressing the homosexuality because their god says it's bad to fuck a butt. I'm sorry, I'm rambling on about nothing. Hey, kinda like you do on your bullshit show. Except there's a much better chance that what I'm saying is at least partially true, unlike whatever nonsensical diarrhea you spew out of that turd container you call a mouth. Let's focus back on this unitarded costume though. So in this caption, Tommy's claiming that people can only fit into one of two groups, because everything's that black and white. Or in Tommy's case, white and white, because we know she's obviously not a fan of black.
Well, the BET Awards were last night. Notably, they were very black.
First black president, we don't have much to show for it.
Please tell me, Mr. Williams, what rights black people don't have?
Didn't two white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you? Can we please move beyond the KKK soundbite? It's getting old.
It's not white people working to divide America. It's you! You and Beyonce and Jada Pinkett Smith and Al Sharpton.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tomi Lahren. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tomi Lahren and like my official Facebook page.
Those are my final thoughts. God bless and take care.
Also, Tommy, don't you think that saying people are either with you or against you goes against what you've been preaching recently? Tommy has been talking about how people just need to get past their political differences. Even though you may disagree with people, you should still sit down and talk to them and listen. And she's just being a bigger person, you know, than most others, because she's at least willing to sit down and have a conversation. Because that's something that's worth praise at this point, is being able to have a conversation. So you're trying to spread this message of unity, but then here you are in this caption, just completely contradicting yourself per usual. You know, it's weird. It's almost as if Tommy's only actual goal is to be controversial. Also, Tommy, weren't you just criticizing football players for kneeling during the national anthem?
See, our buddy Colin decided not to stand for the national anthem because, well, he will not stand to show pride in a flag or a country that oppresses black people. For him, it's bigger than football. I'll be happy to remind you what that flag and that anthem mean because maybe, just maybe, it's bigger than you and your temper tantrum.
Oh, wait, you still are?
The way that he did it with the flag and the anthem to, like you said, the greatest country on the face of the earth.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry, you must really be struggling. So Tommy Bahama's criticizing these football players for kneeling during the national anthem, saying that it's disrespectful to this country, you know, the flag, and that's okay. You have every right to believe that. Yet Tommy has no problem parading around in this outfit, even though wearing the flag is against the United States flag code, which in turn is disrespectful to this country. You see, it says right here, the flag should never be used as wearing apparel, bedding, or drapery. Alright, pretty cut and dry, right? No. No, instead we've got geniuses like this cute little InfoWars twink, J.O. and Shroyer, the cuck destroyer. See, our boy Jay shared this photo that's criticizing Keith Olbermann for criticizing Tomi Lahren, showing how Keith is being a huge hypocrite because he himself has a photo where he's wrapped in an American flag, which is fine, yeah, dumb move, Keith. But Jay takes it a step further, saying that it's ironic because Keith Olbermann was in violation of the United States flag code Why Tommy's not?
You're an idiot.
The fuck do you mean she's not in violation? Jay, is this some attempt at nice guying Tommy so she'll touch your dinger? It says very clearly, the flag should never be used as wearing apparel. The only defense I've seen this crowd sharing around is this quote from the American Legion website by somebody who's called the flag expert. Just take a look for yourself. Unless an article of clothing is made from an actual United States flag, there's no breach of flag etiquette whatsoever. People are simply expressing their patriotism and love of the country by wearing an article of clothing that happens to be red, white, and blue with stars or stripes. There is nothing illegal about the wearing or use of these items. Yeah, the thing is, I don't give a shit what some dude named the flag expert has to say on the matter. In the official United States flag code, it says, once again, very clearly, the flag should never be used as wearing apparel. Now, with the flag expert being a member of the American Legion website, and the American Legion is an organization for veterans, maybe I should show them a little more respect. So, let's assume that, yes, the flag code means you cannot wear a literal flag. You know, like the Second Amendment means you have the right to literal bear arms. Even if wearing anything that just looks like the flag is okay, Tommy is still in violation. It also says that the flag should never be used for any advertising purposes whatsoever. Well, isn't Make America Great Again the campaign slogan for Donald Trump, which would in turn be advertising him? I can already feel those little 14-year-old fingers tapping away. Hey, you libtard, it's clearly not an advertisement, it's just a Halloween costume. Get over it, Trump's president, kek kek kek. Alright, Skylar, you're right, I guess this special snowflake is just wrong. I mean, I didn't read the flag code through its entirety. Oh wait, yeah I did, and two things. One, it's fucking boring. Two, it very clearly says that it also should never be used as part of a costume. Let me clarify. I don't give a shit if you want to wear a flag. I don't care. I mean, I have these Texas flag shorts that I love. I wear them all the time. My only issue is Tommy's being a nincompoop, and nobody's calling her a nincompoop. So, Tommy, I'm going to tell you right now, stop being a nincompoop. It's as simple as that. Let's move on. This video's not even about Tomi Lahren, okay? Donald Trump. Let's talk about Donald Trump. I'm picking real low-hanging fruit here. Donald Trump took a huge fucking L on Monday after his bullshit attempt at banning transgenders from the military was blocked by a federal judge. And that's all that's going on with Trump right now. That's it. Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, it looks like one other thing happened. The Mueller train came to town, motherfucker! Notice me, Mueller senpai. Gayest shit I've ever fucking done. Former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort and the former Trump campaign official Rick Gates surrendered themselves to the FBI after a whole fucking array of charges were pressed against them. I mean, they got shit ranging from conspiracy to launder money, to failure to file reports of foreign bank and financial accounts, to a conspiracy against the United States. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like super bad. On top of all that, they lied about all of it. Those are just a few of their favorite things. If you want to take a look at the entire list, I'm gonna post a link to that down below. So go pause this, go take a look at that. It's in the description. Forget you have this video open. Open a tab in Reddit. You can go to r/all and read all the comments that I plagiarized from. After news of these indictments broke, to absolutely nobody's surprise, Donald Trump took to Twitter, just bashed his citrus-filled head against the keyboard and hit enter on whatever came out. At least that's what I'm assuming, because that's the only logical explanation I can think of to explain what he tweeted. This guy is terrified. He's losing his fucking mind. He is literally begging for somebody to do something. Now, Donald Trump did actually come to his senses. He thought of a pretty good defense. He later tweeted, pointing out how all of these charges that are pressed against Paul Manafort, they're from activities that Paul was involved in before he had anything to do with Donald Trump or the campaign for Trump. So yeah, the activity that led to these charges being pressed against Paul Manafort, it started years before he was involved with Trump or his campaign. However, they were still active during 2016 when Paul became involved with the Trump campaign. And Trump's campaign, as I'm sure you know, was allegedly involved with the Russians. So we have a guy who was involved with the Russians for sure in 2016, working for a campaign accused of being with the Russians. Would it be highly coincidental that a man that was working with the Russians just stopped working with the Russians whenever he was on the clock with a campaign that supposedly worked with the Russians? Yeah, it'd be highly coincidental, but whatever. Let's give Trump the benefit of the doubt. Now, let's take it a step further, actually. Let's talk about the best case scenario for Donald Trump at this point. You see, what's truly significant, at least to me, about these charges that are pressed against Manafort and Gates is the fact that they have nothing to do with the Trump campaign. Asterisk as of now. You see, this entire investigation initially started to see if there was any truth to the allegations that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia to win the presidential election, in turn undermining the United States democratic process. They came across old dirt on these two. So these two are being charged for things from the past. And the same thing can happen to the Donald. When it comes to having an irremarkably shady history with businesses and finances, Donald Trump takes the gold. He takes more than that. He takes the Donald Trump blonde. Donald Trump hair gold. Some of my favorite examples include using charity money from his foundations for legal settlements, stiffing a company on a six-figure job, just threatening them with, well, it'd be more expensive to sue me, and donating 9 luxury cars to a famed mobster in order to abuse a casino donation loophole, etc., 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 and etc., etc. Once again, we're talking best case scenario. We're saying Trump didn't directly collude with the Russians in any way. He still has a long history of just being head over heels in love with Russia. He's tweeted about his fantasy where him and Vladimir Putin are BFFs. And he's even gone as far to star in a Russian music video with the Russian Seth MacFarlane.
Wake him up right now. Emin, wake up. Come on. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, Emin? Emin, let's get with it. You're always late. You're just another pretty face. I'm really tired of you.
You're fired.
Now that I'm thinking about it, so what? Everything I'm saying is just speculation. The only charges pressed have nothing to do with Donald Trump. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if anything else comes out of it. I mean, we'll listen to the news of the investigation and see if anything else... What is that? Is that my laptop? Hey, Mom! Are you watching TV while I'm doing my video? The fuck? Yeah, I have every right to criticize Donald Trump. Did I vote? You know, I did more than vote. I donated $27 to Bernie Sanders so I can match somebody on Reddit. What did you do? Oh, you voted? Hey, can you please turn it off while I do my video? You're not watching TV? What? What the fuck? Is that a train? The Mueller train is back, motherfucker! All aboard! Ever since Robert Mueller was appointed to replace James Comey, everybody was like, okay, what's gonna go on? You know, what's going on with Mueller? They were like the teacher from that Matthew Broderick movie. They were just going, Mueller, 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 Robert Mueller, Mueller. And then all of a sudden, he was just like, motherfucker, I am in attendance! Just after the indictment bombshells are announced, like literally hours after, it's announced that Robert Mueller's investigation has led to the arrest of one George Papadondraper, whatever. Former Trump foreign policy advisor George Papadondraper, he was arrested at the Dulles International Airport in Washington. On July 27th, he pleaded guilty on October 5th, and he's been cooperating with the FBI ever since. I just know there are so many people that are a part of that campaign that are just shitting their pants. Aggressively shitting their pants. They're wanting to shit their pants. They're like, fuck, I should keep shitting. If I shit hard enough, it'll act as like a propellant to launch me off this earth and get me on the fucking moon where I'm safe. But you know what? You're never safe from the fucking Mueller train. Let me tell you, that thing is interstellar. So during Trump's campaign, Papadondraper becomes friends with somebody that's only known as the Professor, who apparently had substantial ties to a high-level Russian government. So Poppy Seed meets up with this guy, the Professor, a couple times, and then eventually the Professor brings along another Russian, who's female, and she's claiming to be a relative to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, later on, they figure out that's not true. That's important because at the time, Papa Murphy was convinced that he was meeting with not only the Russian government, but people with very close ties with Vladimir Putin himself. But what really got Big Papa's dick hard was the fact that the Russians then told him they had dirt on the opponent of Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton. Not just any dirt. We're talking fucking tasty, delicious email dirt. You know how these people love their Hillary emails. So once he heard that they had Hillary emails, he was like, oh shit, I'm coming. He wasted no time emailing his supervisor, who was like, oh shit, I'm coming. So then his supervisor emailed another unnamed campaign official who was like, fuck,
I'm coming.
So in an email that Papa's supervisor sent over to another campaign official. He says, let's discuss. We need someone to communicate that DT is not doing these trips. It should be someone low level in the campaign so as not to send any signal. Yo, I'm no scientist, but it sounds like the dude's talking about a scapegoat, right? Wait, hold on. Oh my god. I realized something. I was so obsessed with talking about this Russia investigation. I didn't even stop to think about how Donald feels about all this. Oh, Trump's worried this investigation is gonna make it hard to be president. He worries about his ability to negotiate with various entities and how much he's hamstrung by this. The world is less safe because of this investigation, and it will remain less safe until it's over. Excuse me? Hold on, let me put this back on. I feel like it's gonna get too serious without any sort of comedic relief. He said, with a backdrop made out of pumpkins. You want to blame the security of not only the United States, but the entire fucking planet on the people who are investigating to make sure that there's absolutely zero outside influence in our democracy, making sure that there's nobody from anywhere else that can hinder our freedoms that people die for every day in this country. You want to blame it on those people. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's make this a quick fucking investigation. That way we can get that poor sap whose life is so fucking hard out of the White House. Hey, you know what? It's a win-win. He can go back to molesting people at beauty pageants and grabbing pussy, and we get another chance at having a leader who, on the very worst day, can still put together a fucking coherent sentence.
You know, if you're a conservative Republican, if I were a liberal, the thing that really bothers me, it would have been so easy, and it's not as important as these lives are. Nuclear is so powerful. Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing. The 4 prisoners, now it used to be 3, now it's 4. But when it was 3, and even now, I would have said it's all in the messenger. Fellas, and it is fellas because, you know, they haven't figured that the women are smarter right now than the men, so it's going to take them about another 150 years.
You know what uranium is, right? This thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
But the Persians are great negotiators. 14-point plan, bing, bing, bing. Good genes, very good genes, okay? Very smart. I think I am a nice person.
Grab him by the pussy, 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 grab him by the pussy.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you had a spooktacular Halloween. I know I sure did. Hey, you know what's spooky is you haven't subscribed yet. Unless you're one of the 3 people that has, well then, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom, account number 2. And the 3rd person, you already subscribed. So, I guess it's spooky I'm telling you to subscribe and you already have. Comment. You can comment. I don't know what you're going to comment about. Tell me about spookiest bowel movement you've ever had. Oh, hey! It's me! Ready to suck your dick!